How's it going, everyone? Hope you're having a wonderful Christmas. You'll probably watch this way after Christmas. But I asked if you can give me 150 likes and I'll react to the next video. You certainly did. So if this video gets another 150 likes, we will react to his Halo Combat Evolved experience. Alright, so with that said, I hope you enjoyed the react. Let's get this underway. Alright, so here we go. This is PlayStation Fanboy Plays Halo for the first time.
Okay, to offer some perspective on what I'm about to tell you.
Perspective is very important, by the way.
Back in the day, I'll admit, I really was involved in the console wars, man. And I know I was.
I mean, who isn't involved in the console wars? I mean, they don't exist anymore. But back in the day, they used to be like the best thing until it got all toxic.
An idiot, I was stupid, I was young, and foolishly I rallied behind PlayStation, and every Xbox fan would always throw this game in my face. No matter what you said to them, no matter what ammunition you thought you had, or what you had to say, they'd look at you in the eye, especially back in the 360 days, right? They'd look at you in the eye, unfazed by anything you throw at them, and just simply say, Halo.
Because it was a magical game. It set standards. It redefined the genre. It was a groundbreaking game. And Bungie at the time worked miracles. I mean, I'd say even in this day and age, from just my initial experience with Halo Infinite, it's probably better than most first-person games on PlayStation anyway. So the fact that Halo 1, 2, and 3 and Reach especially, he hasn't even tried Reach yet. Wait till he tries Reach. That's going to blow his mind away entirely. That is still by far probably one of my favourite.
And you was just left with a bit of a slap in the face because you didn't really have much to say about it. Because even though I'd never played Halo, it was fairly obvious to anyone with eyes, ears and a brain that Halo was taking the gaming world by storm, right? It was Halo 2, I remember when that came out, and everyone...
What are you going to do, Chief? Finish the fight.
Everyone went on about it, and I probably had a bit of FOMO. I probably didn't admit it to myself back then, but there was a part of me hidden buried deep away that felt like I was missing out on the fun. I mean, I had friends who would have these Xbox Live parties, right, and they'd all sit there with different setups in different rooms, and they'd play Halo on Xbox Live. And meanwhile, me, you know, PlayStation fan, was like, I didn't have anything like that.
I mean, SOCOM did have multiplayer, but it was so bad. The PS2 multiplayer was just awful. Xbox Live really was revolutionary. And Halo 2 was when you finally had the full, like, Xbox Live multiplayer. But even back when Halo was just in its original conception, Combat Evolved, people were network linking consoles so they could play 4 players with 4 TVs and stuff. People were even going, modding their machines so they can create FTP servers where people could actually just join those servers and fake a network connection as if it was a local area and actually play together. That was how cool Halo was. People were willing to go to such lengths to be able to play multiplayer in Halo. It was only 4 players back then, not with Halo 2 where it expanded to 16 players, but in Halo 1 you could only play 4 players split screen. But with the local co-op, you could actually play with 4 different machines. It was just really, really cool, man. Halo was just a different beast. It was something different for its time. And I really hope that the next Halo will bring that magic back.
I mean, really, nothing. The PS3 for a long time had nothing like that. I mean, it just didn't happen. So I'm there playing Uncharted, trying to convince myself that I got the better deal out of the equation. So Halo, you can't escape its magnitude, the gravitas attached to that game, and
the gravitas. Sorry, I love that word. I don't know why, but I do. And I love it when people use it.
Yes, as a PlayStation fan, it haunted me for a while. You know, Halo 3 hit, bang, all over again it happened. The entire world taken by storm by the big green giant Spartan.
And it was. Halo 3 was amazing. Halo 2's ending was a bit abrupt, but Halo 3 brought it back, and then Halo Reach was just something else, man. ODST is another great game, and that doesn't even have the Spartan in it, and ODST is still a phenomenal game. That was one of the games I actually didn't play until a couple years ago because it didn't have Master Chief in it, and because it didn't have the main character, it kind of put me off, and I was an absolute idiot for doing that. ODST is phenomenal.
And again, Halo Reach then happened, taking the world by storm. And as a PlayStation fan, you just had to sort of sit there and take the L. You did, but you couldn't escape it is what I'm saying. And then yes, I'll even admit that as a PS fan, the downfall of Halo, I enjoyed it. And I know that's terrible.
You know, Halo 5 was really crapped on a lot, but I still enjoyed it. I did. Halo Infinite is probably the only one that I don't think I've played. I've played Halo Wars. Halo Infinite is probably the only one that I still need to actually finish, because I was supposed to play at launch with a friend of mine. So we actually went through the whole Halo 1, 2, 3, ODST. We done Reach. We couldn't do Halo 5 because it's not available on PC. But they basically did the whole campaign on co-op. And then we wanted to play Halo Infinite on co-op. And we were so excited day one, and then, well, you all know how that turned out. And then it just kind of fell off my radar. But I think for 2025, I'm going to fix that.
I know that that's appalling. Listen, don't judge me.
We're judging you. We are so judging you right now.
Many of you have done it as well, okay? I'm older now. I'm seeing the error of my ways, but we're all fallible. I enjoyed it, I did. When Bungie sort of wasn't doing it no more, and the reviews started to come out that Halo was not as good, I was like, yeah, take that. But anyway, fast forward to today, that's all said and done. I just wanted to be transparent, right? So, got my Xbox Series X. I was really impressed with it, and I was thinking, what iconic game can I start first? And it had to be Halo. So I downloaded the Master Chief Collection, and I started Halo Combat Evolved. And well,
that's a great place to start, but you know what else is a great place to start? I want to continue seeing me react to content like this and other content as well. Hit that like button and subscribe. Hit that bell to stay up to date with all content I release. And leave a comment below saying continue reacting. Right, back to the video.
That FOMO I was feeling, now I really feel stupid because I really did miss out. I'm playing this thinking, why wasn't I involved in those Xbox parties back then? Why was I so stupid that I neglected that much fun just to stand behind my PlayStation with some weird, ignorant sense of pride?
And honestly, I've repeatedly said this in my streams and my videos. One of the things that I was, I guess you could say I was privileged with, I mean, we saved up a lot, me and my brothers, to be able to, buy the consoles, and generally we got them for like birthdays or Christmases and stuff like that. But the ability to have multiple consoles so you don't miss out has been such a blessing in my life. So like I've owned a PlayStation 1 and a Sega Saturn, then I owned a Dreamcast, then the PS2, and then the OG Xbox. So I've kind of always owned both factions of the consoles, so I've never really missed out on gaming. But gaming back then, during the era of, PS1 to, I'd say, PS4, maybe. I mean, let's just go to the PS2, OG Xbox to 360, PS3. That era with the Sega Saturn and Dreamcast, where they were delivering arcade perfect games, that was a truly magical era. And when Xbox landed, it kind of changed the game. For a debut console to be selling 20 million units, that's really not too shabby, right? And everyone thought it would fail. I mean, we're seeing where it's going now. It's completely evolving the landscape again. But when Halo dropped, it revolutionized gaming. And it was one of those you have to be there moments to have fully appreciated the magnitude of how impactful the original Xbox was with Halo, and then Gears came along. I mean, then you had stuff like what was it? I can't even remember that racing game now, but it was the predecessor to Forza, which eventually became Forza. But they were kind of staples, and they revolutionized everything. And those LAN parties that you did, those multiplayer parties that you did, getting your friends round for the weekends to just have hours on end fun on Halo, it was something truly amazing. Something that, unfortunately, in today's day and age, you just can't experience again. So you had to be there for those moments. And I'm so happy that I really was. Sorry about my voice, it's a bit croaky today. Hopefully it doesn't go.
Made no sense, but anyway, look. Let's talk about Halo. Right? Let's just talk about Halo.
All right, let's do it.
About the feeling of Halo. Right?
Let's do it.
The best way to describe it
Go on.
is talking about the feeling of Halo. Now, look, there's been many FPS games.
Yes,
right?
there has.
So I'm coming into this playing many of them.
Yep.
I'm not skilled, but I've still played many because I do enjoy it.
Yep.
It's very grand. Immediately, it makes you feel like the most unstoppable warrior the universe has ever seen. You come out of like some cryo chamber, right? You just head to toe in your big body armor. You're like a giant. And you just feel like an intergalactic Terminator designed to exterminate the alien guys. And the music, the soundtrack, it's thumping, it's crushing, it's epic, it's theatrical.
Do you know what? The music in Halo is probably one of the best even today. And no game is complete without an awesome soundtrack, and Halo delivers that in spades. And what's crazy is that despite the iconic theme, which got, slightly altered for Halo 2 and Halo 3, in my opinion, I think Halo 3 is probably the best one. It's such an iconic theme, and the music and the way it kicks in, especially on those moments where it gets super hectic, it just makes for that perfect experience. I mean, I'm not surprised that he is absolutely in love with Halo, because Halo is one of those games that is absolutely phenomenal. And even if you go back to the original Halos, Halo 1, 2, and 3 in the Master Chief Collection, where they've remastered them, it's great. And the fact that they are talking about a remake for Halo Combat Evolved has me super excited to see what it will look like in today's day and age.
And the enemies are absolutely great. Those little guys, those grunts, they're like the perfect enemy, bro. They either scream charging at you, or they scream running away from you. They're all screams. There's like no middle ground for them.
I'm gonna get you! Oh no, get away!
Like, they're such cowards and they're so sneaky.
Yeah.
Right? Like, you'll take down one of the bigger ones, right?
And they're off.
Punch him in the face, slap a plasma on him, he'll blow up. And then all the little ones run away, screaming. Like, ah! And
it's those little touches that make Halo so special. It was the dialogue. It was like in Halo, I think 3, when you start off, the guy like jumps off a cliff edge, and it's not really a big fall, but he bricks it so much as he falls down, and it's not that big of a fall. And then he tries to camouflage it and walks over to an alien corpse and tries to act macho and starts shooting the corpse. Could have been Alien 2, but I think it was Halo 3. And it's just those little touches that are just so awesome. It's something surreal.
When you see that, you can't help but feel a little sorry for them. And my wife was watching me play. She was like, oh, no, don't kill them. They don't really want to fight you. Just follow them, see what they're up to. So they're all screaming and crying and making me feel bad. But then this sneaky little fucker, right, will suddenly spin round and throw a plasma at me. They're not to be trusted, is what I'm saying. And there's these little gameplay mechanics in there which are so far ahead of their time. Not including the vehicle and how to operate it. The less spoken about that, probably the best. But
what is wrong with a vehicle? You press up and you turn the camera angle to turn. It's super easy. Come on.
Tiny little details, right? Like when you kill an enemy, how they continue to fire off the gun as they're falling. I love that. I love that. And just
Again, it's those little details that make it so kind of a natural world. And at the time, especially when Halo 1 released, it hadn't really been seen. It was just something so unique, and the world was blown over. Halo really was a milestone game.
the reactions, the little bob and weave that the bigger guys will do. I'm not far in. I'm like level 3, right? I played a bit of multiplayer with some people who watched my previous video, and I've spoken to some of you guys, and it's been a lot of fun. The community of Xbox is mind-blowing. It's been so much. I've never been so overwhelmed with positivity in my life. All those years on PlayStation, never felt a sense of community before.
Well, that's mainly because PlayStation has always, when you think of PlayStation, you think of single-player experiences. It's never really been a multiplayer box. Whereas when you look at Xbox, they've always kind of put that multiplayer initiative at the forefront. And, the community is built around that multiplayer thing. So, I always find that the community, when every side has a toxic side of community, so I'm not going to get involved in those. But when you find the Xbox community, it's always way more welcoming and way more inviting because they're more interactive as opposed to the PlayStation community, which generally just play single players and are left alone to their own accord. Don't get me wrong, I love my PlayStation, I love my Xbox. But I find that when I'm gaming multiplayer, I feel the community is just better with the Xbox community.
The embrace I've had by every one of you is been humbling and heartwarming. It really has. Now let's talk about the vehicle right quick.
All right, let's do it. Let's do it.
I got the vehicle. I was so excited. I was like,
okay.
Oh, this is going to be great. And then I had to drive it.
It's not difficult.
It's like sitting on the back of a rhino and trying to direct it. Do you know what I mean? It's just that difficult. You all know what I'm talking about. I don't even need to say it. You all know what I'm talking about. Another thing, I was playing it and I was like, my goodness, the graphics. This game looks nuts. Like, how is this such an old game?
Also, something worth noting, right? Halo did that whole Indiana Jones thing where you go from first person to third person and then back to first person in certain instances, and no one cared or batted an eye. Now in 2024, Indiana Jones does it, and it's immersion breaking, you're getting motion sickness, oh my god, we can't stand it. How times have changed, right? You can see the toxicity within certain fanboys. Not saying this guy, I'm just saying in general. But I just thought I'd throw that in there because it just came to mind.
Obviously, I'm an idiot. I am an idiot. Full transparency, guys. I'm an idiot. It's a remaster, but it looks absolutely fantastic.
It does.
I'm having a joy playing it, an absolute...
In fact, because it's with the Halo Master Chief Collection, you can actually go back to the original and then to the remaster. It almost looks like a remake. Like, seriously, for its time, it looks like a remake. That's like miracles done for the remaster, especially some of the areas where it's just flat and then you've got like proper polygon textures everywhere.
Blast. I love the gameplay loop of this game. It's simply just shoot, smack, and grenade. That's all you need to do. Just run around like an indestructible, unstoppable, like biblical beast of man, just tearing down every alien scum that crosses your path. I mean, what more could you want from a video game, if I'm honest? So, Halo, I'm going to finish the campaign. Anyone wants to join me, feel free to hit me up. I'm available through the days UK time. I'm going to try and get my skills up. I'm playing on normal right now. I'm going to try and get my skills up so I can tackle multiplayer. That's not going to go well. We all know it's not going to go well. I know it's not going to go well. But, hey, this has been fun. So anyway, big thank you to everyone who's on the channel, everyone who's subscribed. I really didn't expect any reaction like this. And again, getting the Xbox was like the best thing I've ever done. Okay, to offer this, and again, getting the Xbox was like the best thing I've ever done.
I mean, it just goes to show that having, dipping your toes into other games, and I'm really happy he's enjoying gaming and, enjoying a different style of gaming. Because Xbox games that are, primarily exclusive to the Xbox platform are generally very different in style and nature. And it's really cool. I'm going to be very excited to see how, and interested to see how he reacts to games like Gears, because that's a third person game, but it's also like a different take, but it's also a phenomenal game. And then there's that iconic scene, which I'm not going to go into much, but you all know what I'm talking about. Just in case he watches this reaction, I don't want him to have any spoilers, but I'm super excited to see what his reaction to that stuff will be. But everyone, I really hope you've enjoyed this reaction video. And hopefully you're having an awesome Christmas. And again, he's released a Combat Evolved video, so if you'd like to see me react to that one, 150 likes and we'll get that done. Right, that's it for me for this video. Eli, another awesome video from your end. Thank you so much. And have a wonderful Christmas and New Year. Right, people, that's it. Peace out and remain legend.